Something, guys. Jesus, we are back. We are back with a match preview after this international break that looks like maybe another clean-ish slate when it comes to Arsenal and injuries. Now, I'm picking up the word on the streets that Ben White didn't train with the Arsenal squad again. Thus, meaning that there's a possible 2-2 bit of injury with Ben White yet again. But anyways, guys, we've got a match preview of Fulham versus Arsenal at Craven Cottage tomorrow evening at 5:30. I will be here for the watch along for that, so stay tuned for that. And I'm very much looking forward to the game, because we know what the deal is this season, guys. We know what the deal is. We know that this manager's got nowhere to hide. We know this is a season he has to get over the line. Currently, we're sat top of the table, which means we have to peel away from those who are behind us, And where we will have, if I'm not mistaken, let me have a look, actually, on the flash score. The flash score is usually where I go. Let me look at the Premier League fixtures this weekend. Right, so Man City play Everton at home. Crystal Palace play Bournemouth at home. So if I was to look at the table, I think Man City are 3 points behind us, I think. Yeah, Man City are 3 points behind us. So really, I'm looking at right, okay. Nobody can go top. So Arsenal will be top regardless going into Sunday's game where Liverpool play Man United. This manager's got nowhere to hide. We're in a position now where we could be 4 points clear of Liverpool. Is it? We could be 4 points clear of Liverpool when they go into that game at Anfield on Sunday against Manchester United. Nowhere to hide. Nowhere to hide, guys. This has to be the season. This has to be the season he gets over the line. Money spent. Block 14. Moreno is prolific as fuck now. You have nowhere to hide, my friend. So I expect no less than 3 points tomorrow evening to see out that Sunday coming will be 4 points clear at the top, maintaining our small leverage that we have right now. The leverage being that, we don't, in terms of top spot, we're staying there at least till Sunday evening. No excuse. There's zero excuse. There's no running away from this. None whatsoever. This has to be the season. So, I'm not here to listen to any excuses. Big up to Matt Bullman, 4-3, Liverpool fan. Set piece Arsenal this weekend. Win by any means. We haven't won at Craven Cottage since 2023. If it takes a set piece, I'm here for it. Because at this stage, we just need to. We need to say if we these games, because it was games like this that was costing us the past 2 seasons. If we win this game by set piece, don't care. It's just that if we're at home, I expect more from us. But going there, if it's a corner, if it's a free kick, don't care. Apparently, Slot is a failure already. Well, a lot of your fans were saying it. If you checked the last stream I did before international break, the Slot out brigade was out in full force. I found it absolutely hilarious. Because I said, and there's people that can vouch for me. There is people that can vouch for me.
I've seen him do it.
I said We'll be here for the slot out show in 2028. I said 2028. We didn't even touch 2026. And man, we're already out here calling for slots head. I found that was hilarious. That was hilarious. If you didn't see my stream, check that out. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, we've got a match preview to get on with. We've got Fulham at Craven Cottage at 5:30. Not going to be an easy game whatsoever. Fulham always make hard work of us. Marco Silva always makes hard work of us. Yeah, Marco Silva kind of he knows how to deal with Arteta to a degree. You know how to deal with him to a degree. But I'll read into this, and what I'll do actually, oh well, apparently Fulham have got a facing injury crisis. So let me open that in a new tab, and then let me see on ours. We'll see what happened there. So yeah, anyways, so match news and current form. Successive 3-1 defeats to Aston Villa and Bournemouth sent Fulham into the October international break in 14th spot with just 8 points on the board. 1-2 drawn 2, lost 3. The Cottagers are now at risk of conceding 3+ goals in 3 successive top flight outings for the first time since September 2020. Well, judging by that, and I've got my score prediction already. We know that we're going to make hard work of this. If we should, anyways, I'll get into that in a second. Let me just read this. I'll get into that in a second. And with that prior run, including the 3-0 home defeat to Arsenal, manager Marco Silva will hope the lightning doesn't strike twice here. Craven Cottage certainly seems to be a perfect place to avoid such ignominy, as Fulham have won each of the last 4 games here in all comps. Arsenal topped the Premier League after 7 match days thanks to their comfortable 2-0 victory over West Ham prior to the international break. That made it 1 defeat in their last 18 London derbies in top flight for the Gunners, 1-3, drawn 4. And having lost just 3 of the last 27 Premier League outings in 2025, 1-15, drawn 9, the fewest of any ever-present outfit more successive. Wait, hold on. The fewest of any ever-present outfit more success appears likely. I'm losing where I am. Arsenal's remarkable recent away record should only further boost belief, as Arteta's men have lost only 1 of their last 17 Premier League road trips, 1-9, drawn 7, and even that came against defending champions Liverpool. So the head-to-head history, the Fulham have won just 1 of the last 14 Premier League head-to-heads, drawn 4, lost 9, with Arsenal scoring in each of the last 20 against the Cottagers in the competition. So the win probability, we have a 21% chance. Fulham have a 21% chance. We have a 56% chance. So that's that. So I'm looking at Fulham's injuries here, and they've got 3 players there that will not play, and 2 are questionable. We have 5 players that will not play, and there's nobody questionable right now. But we'll have to see on what the what it says on the sites to get the exact. But where am I? So Fulham's last 5 games, they've lost 2 and won 3 of the last 5, losing at Bournemouth and losing at Villa. So they lost the last 2 away games. They'll beat Cambridge in the Cup, EFL Cup at home, beat Brentford at home, and beat Leeds at home. So they've won the last 3 games. So basically, their away form has let them down, really. They haven't lost at home this season. Yeah, they beat Bristol City in the EFL Cup, drew against Man United at home, and drew at Brighton away from home. So yeah, they're unbeaten at home so far. It's not going to be an easy place. Not these days. We've won 4 of our last 5, drawing 1. That draw being Man City, and the wins coming in all comps: Olympiacos in the Champions League, Port Vale in the EFL Cup, and then the Premier League, Newcastle and West Ham. So the last 5 against Fulham, we beat Fulham 2-1 the last time we played them in on April Fool's Day. Actually, yeah, it was April Fool's Day. We beat them 2-1. Who scored in that game? I can't remember now. Oh yeah, Moreno and Saka. Yeah, I just can't remember the goals now. What have I done? All right. Before that, we drew 1-1 at Fulham. You know, a costly draw. You know, could have got the winner, but you know, was it Martinelli that was offside? At Craven Cottage last time we were there. Before that, we lost 2-1 at Fulham back end of 2023. Before that, we drew 2-2 at home to Fulham. And before that, we beat them 3-0 at Craven Cottage in a hot run in the 2023 season. Yeah, so Fulham, they don't beat us. The last time they've beaten us at the Emirates, even though we're playing at Craven Cottage, but I just want to just for reference, I thought they beat us in the COVID time. No, they didn't, did they? Oh yeah, it's Fulham that's never beaten us at Emirates. They've come close though, but at Craven Cottage, you know, they're more likely to win there. And like I said, we haven't beaten them since 2023 at Craven Cottage. So yeah, score prediction for this game. I'm going with an Arsenal 1-0 win. I'm going full 0, Arsenal 1. Yeah, and it's going to be one of them games. I think it's going to be one of them games where we look like we should be scoring 3. I think it'll be one of them games where we should be 3-0 by the hour mark, but we're not. I think it's going to be one of them games. And Fulham probably should have come back into the game or some shit. But I think we'll nick it 1-0 from either directly from a set piece, or a set piece starts the movement for us to score. Like, we'll have a corner, play it short, pass it around, Moreno scores. You know, stuff like that. I don't care, because we're away from home. We haven't won there in a while now. You know, 3 points by any means. At the moment, we're top of the league, yeah? And we want to extend that, yeah? So these scruffy little games like this, I'll take, you know, 2-2. If we have to stink it, we have to stink it, yeah? Even though it's not the way that I'd want us to go on and win, because we want wins that are sustainable. We want to be like, you know what? Even when we come up against the best of them and it's put on us, we can get it out. You know what I mean? I'd rather see games like that rather than see it like, oh well, if someone sticks it on us, then you know we can't rely on the set piece to get through it. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? We need to show that we can actually, you know, get our way through these games. You know what I mean? In comfortable fashion, should it present itself. Do you think Arteta is getting the best out of Gyökeres? I just think Eze is too light in the middle. No, it's the system. I do think. I think it's going to take Gyökeres a little bit of time to get used to the way everything's going. He is a little bit isolated, but we are at the same time. There is them odd balls that keeps getting hoofed up to him. I just think that it's going to get to a point where Gyökeres is going to find what works, and then that's what we'll go with, kind of thing. As for Eze, I wouldn't too light in the middle. What you mean? You think he needs somebody else with him? Because I don't mind seeing Eze and Moreno. I don't mind seeing that. Put Moreno in Odegaard's position and Eze. I don't mind if he starts that. I don't mind if he starts that. I know he's not going to start Wanyere. He ain't going to do that. You know what I mean? This is what we do know about this manager. Yeah, he is not going to start Wanyere, right, in these games. He ain't. And I've said before, I don't mind Moreno playing games. I just don't want to see him in midfield with Rice and Zubimendi. I don't want to see Moreno in an 8th position and he doesn't have another 8 that's better than him at attacking next to him. I don't want to see him. Sorry, I don't want to see Moreno in the number 8 with a number 8 next to him that isn't better than him at attacking. I don't want to see that. I want to see an Eze Odegaard next to Moreno or something like that. Yeah. I don't want to see a midfield 3 where going forward, attacking wise, you know, Moreno's probably the best. No, I need someone with flair. I need somebody who's gonna, you know what I mean? So yeah. These next few games, because obviously Odegaard's out, this is where Eze gets to shine now. You know what I mean? And Moreno, he's been scoring for Spain and everything. You know what I mean? So maybe him playing in Odegaard's position, being left footed on that right hand side. You know what I mean? And then Eze on this side. Fam, there's no excuse. There is zero excuse. Wanyere may not be the type to drive you to the title. Arsenal are known for powerhouse squads. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect Wanyere to start, and I don't expect him to carry us. But knowing that we've got that option as well, I mean, there has to be games where Wanyere does start. There has to be those games. But this manager, he ain't going to look at it that way necessarily. He only play Wanyere when his hand is absolutely forced. You know what I mean? That's what this manager does. So let's get on to this Fulham facing the injury crisis. Fulham face escalating injury crisis after 6-man update for Arsenal clash. It's confirmed that Anthony Robinson, Lukic, Rodrigo Muniz will not be available. Yeah, so basically what I saw in the thing here. So Arteta's update on Zubimendi and Odegaard fitness. There's a trip to Craven Cottage. So we know Odegaard's going to be out for probably about 9 games in all comps. You know, he might be back for the Spurs game. There were more positives on the other members of the squad, including Zubimendi and Ben White, who will be available for selection against Fulham, despite sitting out a portion of Thursday's session. So, okay, so, you know, nothing's to say that Ben White is 100% not going to be available, whatever. All players come from different countries with different amounts of games and minutes played. We believe that sitting out Zubimendi was the right thing to do. He played 2 games in Spain, 2 games again. His load has been really high recently. He needed an extra day. You know what? I'm all for, you know, managing these players obviously off the pitch as well, but managing them to the point where it's like, okay, you're not going to take part in full training today because you lot have been doing a lot. Yeah, I'm all for that because we know Zubimendi is going to be playing a lot of games this season. We know for sure he's playing a shit ton of games for us this season. He's gonna start most games. You know what I mean? So I'm all for let him breathe. Let his body breathe. But yeah, my starting 11 for this game tomorrow. Yeah, I will Raya in goal, Timber, Timber, who got the keys to the Bimmer. Yeah, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori. Yeah, that's what I'll go with. The back four. The midfield three, Zubimendi. I'll go with Eze and Moreno. Bench Rice. Because again, that's an option we can bring on. Yeah. That's why I'd start Moreno in this game with Eze. And then the front three, Glock 14, Saka on the right, and I go Martinelli on the left hand side. That means you've got Trossard you could still bring on. You got Rice you could still bring on. You got Musquera you could still bring on to close out games. Yeah, you can bring on Wanyeri in the game. You can bring on Norgard to cool things down. You know what I mean? You could bring Ben White on to cool things down. Skelly to cool things down. You know what I mean? Hincape, whatever his name is, to cool things down. You know what I mean? Max, man like Big Max, you could bring on to just, cruise it out if we're in a winning position. No excuse. No excuse. No excuse, guys. So, yeah, I'm going with a 1-0 win. 1-0 to the Arsenal. And yeah, anyways, I'm going to end the match preview here. I'll be back tomorrow evening for the watch along for the game. About 5:15, I'll start my stream because it's a 5:30 kickoff. I don't want to be, live too long before the match. But yeah, I'll be here watching the match live. You guys can jump in and whatever. As I said, no excuse for this manager. Right now, we're 1 point clear at the top of the league, yeah? And we'll stay top of the league regardless of what happens going into Sunday's game where Liverpool play Man United, yeah? And I'm going to be rooting for Man United anyway. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do no up along or anything like that because I'm actually going to my friend's house to watch it, yeah? But I'm going to be rooting for Man United because, in my opinion, it would be so Man United, yeah? It would be so Man United to hand Liverpool a third successive loss in the Premier League while Liverpool are champions, to add more misery on it. It'd be so Man United to do that because Liverpool just matched them in league titles and everything. And Liverpool right now, they're in a bit of stick, yeah? And then they've got Man United coming up. And it's at Anfield. It would be so Man United to just scumbag something. Because this might be where Man United pick up form. This might be where they pick up form. But are Man United going to just be Man United that we've been used to? Are they just going to get pammed by Liverpool in the end? Just like City pammed them. Is it going to be like that again? Because if Man United win this game, that'll be back-to-back wins, won't it? Then who did they just beat? Man United just beat somebody before international break. Who did they just beat? It was at home as well, Sunderland. They beat Sunderland. They go at Anfield now. But we'll see anyway. We will see. Anyways, guys, like the stream, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one, which will be tomorrow. Around about 5:15, I'll be going live. So I'll see you guys then. Anyways, peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.